Thursday was gym day, and the entire experience was fraught, perilous, because water pressure in 1970s public schools was so weak, you had to make love to the drinking fountain. But if you got that close, it tempted the cretin behind you to smash your skull into the iron spout, which was considered a prank in 1978. Now it's rightfully classified as felony assault. But back then it was just boys will be boys. The teacher wouldn't even interrupt her countdown, which was necessary because budget cuts in the 70s caused classroom sizes to swell. Classrooms were enormous, so the teacher would have to limit your quench with this: 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, next. And I would protest. I would become outraged and I would say something. I was very precocious when I was a little kid. I think you would have loved me. I remember I would finish my sip under so much pressure. This, but also it's like I need to get my water for the week in 3 Mississippi or less. It was daunting. And I would finish my sip, I would collect my teeth, and I would say, Mrs. McNally. It's her real last name. Oh, I will protect her no longer. Mrs. McNally, it is not Mississippi. It's Mississippi. You're costing me an entire syllable of hydration with your pidgin English. But you want to know something, Mrs. M? How appropriate, how apt that you use Mississippi to carry out your unjust drinking fountain policy. Now that's precocious, to have that firm a grasp of Jim Crow legal doctrine at 7. The economy is not, it's better. It's not as bad as it was a couple years ago, and it's not as bad as it is in Europe. Greece is bankrupt. And when I first heard that, I said, sure, who wants to see that musical after the movie sort of put it to bed? It was perfect. Who's gonna top Travolta and Olivia Newton-John? Come on. But then it turns out that the musical outlasted the Empire. Nobody could have predicted that. Greece is bankrupt. Might it have something to do with the fact that they haven't invented anything since the Pythagorean theorem? And they haven't had a celebrity since Plato. They went from Plato and Aristotle to John Stamos and Yanni. Come on, Greeks, carpe diem. Which is Latin, but it didn't have to be. Had they applied themselves, instead of mailing it in for the past 2,300 years, they'd still be a profitable member of the world economy. Poor Greece. They switched their focus. That's what happened, and it happens to some of the best ever. Michael Jordan played baseball for a season. Greece put everything aside, all their inventions, all their innovations. They invented math, science, modern architecture, drama, comedy, plumbing, the Olympics. And in 300 BC, they hung up their tool belt and said, yeah, we're good. We're gonna take for the next 2,000 years, let's take all our energy, all our focus, all our genius. Let's work on salad. And they knocked it out of the park. It is a masterpiece of an appetizer. Add chicken and entree. But to dedicate your entire empire to a salad, I would have advised against it. They asked me, I said, look, Greeks, do the salad on the side, keep the other stuff going as well. This is not... God love them. They give us a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Waited 2,000 years to give us lettuce plus feta equals delicious. And now they're paying for it. I mean, hopefully this yogurt experiment will work out for them. So far, so good, I will say. I worked at a convenience store. I'm not allowed to say the name, of course, but it added up to 18. And... My carry the one. My favorite story from there is that one time this guy came in. You know those hot dogs from the front of the store? The ones they've been in the same rotation for the past 11 years, right? And they're like 10 for a dime, basically. Just real quality. Nobody's even looked at them. They're on there. They're sweating. They're not exercising, but they're sweating, absolutely. Anyhow, this guy comes in. He says, yeah, I'll have 2 hot dogs. Can I have 2 hot dogs? What? Sir, I don't even think those are for sale. I think they're just a conversation piece, and the conversation is, who the hell eats this? Well, I think you gotta sign a release. I gotta call my manager. We gotta sign off some paperwork, turn keys at the same time, and we don't even have any buns. We are really not prepared for this at all. But the thing I hate the most about the grapefruit is that it ruins a fruit salad. And I love a fruit salad, especially when it's served in a watermelon shaped like a bowl with a handle on the top. Oh my God. But the grapefruit ruins fruit salads. Its evil nectar seeps into all the good fruits and destroys it. Its philosophy seems to be, I'm bitter, now everybody's bitter. And I hate that. It ruins everything. You go in after a peach, grapefruit. Try a pear, I got to you too, pear. God damn you, grapefruit, damn you, straight to Hades. There's only one fruit that the grapefruit cannot destroy, won't destroy. The grape. Another reason to love the grape, because the grape had the courage, the guts, the balls, if I may, to say to grapefruit, hey, stay the hell back. I've got a reputation to uphold, okay? I'm the grape. I'm doing very well for myself, and you're not going to screw it up for me, okay? I'm in everything. I'm in jelly, I'm in jam, I'm in juice, I'm in soda, I'm in gum, I'm in wine. Even when I'm dead, I'm a raisin. Yeah, I don't go rotten, I go raisin. How's that? How good is a raisin? A raisin is so good it makes bran palatable. That's how good a raisin is. No other fruit can pull off that feat. Cherry bran? No, thank you. Raisin bran? 2 scoops, please. I love the raisin. And I love grapes. Some people put grapes in Jell-O, and that just ruins a good grape. Don't do that. Jell-O is... How do the Jell-O people even stay in business? Honestly, are there that many people recovering from surgery that they can still sell Jell-O? Honestly, have you ever been craving Jell-O, dying for some Jell-O, had a hankering for a hunk of Jell-O, said to your best friend, you know what I could go for? And they scream, Jell-O? Netflix. Oh, I love Netflix. Chief reason of all, they brought Blockbuster to its knees. Rot in hell, Blockbuster. Rot in hell. Rot in hell, Blockbuster. With your outrageous late fees, your surly sales staff, and your criminally loose definition of new releases. Why is this a new release? Because it's in color? It's Braveheart, goddammit. I didn't even know Mel Gibson hated Jews when this movie came out. hate Blockbuster. Love to see a Blockbuster that went out of business. It warms my heart. I drive by. You can always tell which store used to be a Blockbuster because it's empty and they've taken the sign down, but it still spells out Blockbuster in filth. They didn't save enough money to power wash the grime that was behind the sign, so it still says, and it's so appropriate. Ugh, rotten hell. First of all, how did they go out of business with my $60,000 in late fees? Would you gamble it away? I hate them. I hate them. Oh, they were such hypocrites. They wouldn't rent you porn, but they would rape you with late fees. They had no problem sodomizing you with late fees. I can remember bringing in a movie and just being like so embarrassed, like, it's been a while, what do I owe you? And the little jerk, he was like, oh no, that's all set. It's like, really? Yeah, keep it. Is some sort of amnesty declared or something like that? You want me to keep this? Oh yeah, we already charged $88 to your Visa. You own New Jack City for the rest of your life. Yeah. A movie that you couldn't bring yourself to watch in 6 weeks. Every time you move, you're gonna have to pack up, and that'll be a reminder as to what an irresponsible loser you are. Yeah. You own New Jack City on VHS for the rest of your life.